tonight. I have to see you. Come for me. Don't you think you owe me that much? I'm dying.
Shelley!
Would you like something to drink?
Sure.
It's in the fridge. Leave mine. It needs to breathe.
It's good to see you.
No, let's not begin that way.
What way is that?
Politely. And with lies. Please. Sit. You had feelings for me once.
What happened to you?
There was an accident.
You always were mysterious.
Tell me about you, Peter. No longer teaching.
No.
Head of thoracic surgery now, isn't it? Do you miss the academia? The classrooms, the books, the young, eager brains of young, eager women waiting to be fitted.
There were some few kids.
Oh, I cared. None like you. Married, divorced, no children. Never did want to have any children, did you? Never wanted to create anything beyond yourself. Why Did you force her?
We didn't love each other anymore. Why am I here? Glad I amuse you. What were you working on?
Don't you remember?
Are you kidding me?
I'm not.
Aplastic anemia.
Cells.
Cells don't regenerate.
In
No.
bone. In the marrow.
No! The heart can.
The heart's a pump.
Your dissertation on the marrow is what got you through.
And you're what got me thrown out of school. For taking my dissertation to Walton before I completed my work.
I never meant for that to happen.
You're Peter. You're dead, and you don't know it. And what I have to tell you may be the only chance of feeling alive ever.
Why is that?
Sexy.
I don't think I'm drunk enough yet.
Once. Once upon a time. I didn't get a bad record being expelled. Waldman wouldn't have the holy institution tarnished with that kind of failure. But with no doctorate, I couldn't get much in the way of serious research. So I came here. Got a job at Ellerton Labs, doing secondary follow-up, repeating obvious experiments for needless verification. Then we got a contract. Military. Very hush-hush. Gastrobiotics. Limbic systems. I realized that they were way off. I even tried to offer some supportive materials. I really wasn't anxious to go through it all again. Sharing my ideas with paper chasers who had no imaginations. So I started to take my work home with me. Their methodology was impractical, but if they wanted proof of their theories, I'd give it to them. It was going to take them 3 years to get clearance to accomplish what I did in 6 months. And all it proved was that they were wrong. Metals and oils can't replace flesh. And all the juices that run through us. But it would have been pointless to tell them that. Besides, I was tired working for other people, ignoring what I wanted, what I needed, who I was. If I learned anything watching my father die, I learned that life is short and death is ugly. I was just existing. A suicide, too afraid to pull the trigger. No life. No meaning, no purpose, no work to do. No one. I left the labs got a job working at general packing and prepping in the morgue. And one night, I got an idea. You and Waldman couldn't believe the romance of the blood long enough to see the marrow, even when I shoved it in your faces. But I saw it constantly. Maybe I just wasn't romantic enough not to. I took the last of Dad's trust fund and bought this place. Moved in, equipped it, and got to work. Snatching bodies wasn't hard. It was waiting for the right ones to come along. Transients. People who wouldn't be missed. People like me. I had the principles. They should have worked. But the materials were all too damaged. The others were too far gone to be of much use.
No. I don't buy that you're... You have journals? Records of...
Yes.
May I see them? If you're making this up, I want to know now. If this is some sort of retaliation you're laying the groundwork for, to get back at me for our past relationship. Shelley, you are a brilliant scientist, a visionary, prodigy, innovator.
You forgot scintillating. You always forget scintillating.
You're an only child. Both of your parents died young. God knows you never had any friends.
Don't explain me, Peter. Don't try.
You need help.
I thought you might think so.
I'm going to take you to a hospital. After they're done treating you physically, maybe we can talk about it. All right. What do you want?
I want you to listen, Peter. Isn't that clear? Can't you listen? And when I'm all done explaining to you everything that I've done, everything that's happened. Then you can make me all better if you can. But not until then. If you care for me, if you ever did care for me, you'll grant me this one request. I promise you an interesting evening.
I don't like the doors being locked.
Don't be so claustrophobic. I remember when you liked to stay inside for hours.
If I want to leave, I should.
Surely you can overpower a sick woman with a cleaver. There's another bottle of that in there somewhere. Shall we continue?
You couldn't find a good body. They were all damaged. Being dead, I'm not surprised. So, what did you do?
I got lucky.
You could have saved him. If you would have checked his vitals back on the road, you could...
Maybe.
Would you have?
Maybe not. I burned all of their belongings. Scientifically foolish. I should have kept the information for cognitive testing. But I had to.
The police have traced them to your little lair here.
Don't be so naive and pedestrian. That's why you're still giving seminars.
Then why?
Because I didn't want any part of them to exist except for what I created. The first step was preservation. The second was sustainability. getting the cells moving artificially, keeping them active, fooling them that they were still alive. Collecting the marrow was simple. The rest was just assembly against the clock. Autopsies, necrology, toxicology, isolating physiological damage, pre- and post-mortem, all with no time to wait for results. Just moving forward, trusting that everything would work, trying to outrun the rotting flesh. Taking the best pieces of each specimen, grafting them together to make a new whole. I slept when I was tired, eat when I was hungry, lived off of whatever it was that kept feeding me. Something was happening to me. I'd been living my life in someone else's dream. And I discovered that I could live my own life, my own dreams. I was swimming toward some consciousness, some awakening. A first time of being fully alive. I felt
Scared?
more than I'd ever been in my life.
You put it together.
Not it, Peter. Never. It. Part man, part woman. But he was always he to me. I'd put him together, but could I make him come to life? It's funny how we can sometimes know what it is we want, and all we have to do is reach out and take it. But there was a part of me that couldn't admit what might be possible. I actually convinced myself not to go through with it. And then I did.
it was alive.
Very much.
Now,
Now, not so much.
I want to see him, or what's left of him, and I want to examine your notes.
So, you believe me?
Wasn't that the point?
No. Well, bringing him to life was quite an accomplishment. But the real story...
You create a person out of dead people. Bring him to life. And now you tell me you're going to top that. You know, I'm forgetting myself. And you. And how creative you can be. I haven't seen any evidence of anything other than a bunch of rusty lab equipment.
Look in the tank.
What happened? Tell me.
Come with me. He was weak in the tank, and feeding, reconstituting, and sleeping. And when he awoke, he was a child. Everything that had once existed in his mind had been erased or submerged. It was more than weakness, lethargy. I think it was frustration at what he'd lost. But after a while, I came to believe that some of that might have been a welcome loss. There'd only been one brain, but he was made up of 3 people. How much memory does the flesh contain? How hard was it to hold on to all of that? How was it to start over, fresh and clean? Which of us wouldn't give ourselves that chance if we could?
Did you tell anyone?
What are you gonna do, Peter? Kill me? Steal all my secrets?
I don't even know where you'd hide them.
who you are? Shelley. We tested constantly, and he kept getting better. Motor function, retention, emotional cognition.
Yes, that's right. Very good. Very good. Let's try something else. Woman. 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 In the misty morn, stand shadowless, like silence listening to silence, for no lonely bird would sing into his hollow ear. You like that? Not one of mine, I'm afraid. Thomas Hood. Thomas. Would you like me to call you Thomas? Thomas.
Pigmentation of his eyes would change. At first I thought he was getting better, then they'd go white again, and it seemed as though he was reverting.
No.
Needle.
Needle heart. No needle.
Needle hurts.
Needle heart.
Okay, but this is medicine.
Oh, this.
Okay?
Okay. Ow, ow, ow.
I began to see through his eyes.
So he was alive. You were having a thing here with a thing.
Do you find that disgusting?
Well, I don't really know what to find it. I don't really think there's a precedent.
He was my friend.
You play the piano. Your system should be running again in another 6 months. Normally. Of course, I've never done this before, so what do I know? But if my calculations are correct...
Who am I? Shelley. You're Shelley.
Don't overdo it. Thomas, don't overdo it. Take those, please. Put those down over there. Here we are. How does that look?
It looks like chicken.
Yes. Cheers. We don't do things like that. We do them like this.
Well, it works both ways. Try it.
We took long walks through graveyards. He always wanted to stop at graveyards. I felt responsibility, carrying things I never felt before. And there was something else.
Love.
I don't know. It was as if I was seeing everything for the first time, just by being with him. Sometimes he'd have nightmares, but when he woke up, he could never remember what they were. I wondered if the nightmares were about me.
No. No.
Oh, what is it then?
It's insane, is what it is.
What would you have me do?
I don't know. I don't know. You just can't expect me to believe this without there being proof.
Do you think I'd bring you all this way just to lie to you?
Why did you bring me here? Why are you telling me all this shit?
Someone has to know.
Why me?
Because you never believed me.
This comes down to your ego, your sense of self.
I never had your help, Peter. Your belief, your faith. This experiment opened.
Experiment? Is that what you call it? An experiment has an hypothesis to propose something and to prove it or to disprove it.
I created life.
You call what that thing lived a life?
His. Mine. I created my life. I'll unlock the doors.
I'd rather stay.
Revenge isn't sweet.
Tell me what happened next.
He started to fall apart. What's the matter?
I'm a ghost.
No.
Protein. Here. It's good. Chew. Chew. What can I do, Thomas? Tell me what I can do. What?
I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. Let me make it better. Okay, just give me one more chance, and I'll make it work. What I didn't know, couldn't have known, was that there was something missing.
What?
Malignancies were starting to develop.
Membranes.
Proteins weren't there.
There was nothing anyone could have done. Even with a sophisticated medical facility behind you, I don't think...
I'd bitten off more than I could chew. Is that what you're saying?
No.
Does that make you happy?
No. It doesn't. And regardless of how he ended up, what you did is still groundbreaking. But you haven't told me the most important part.
What would that be?
You haven't told me what happened to you.
I thought that would be obvious.
You fell in love.
I fell into so many things. Constant testing only confirmed the worst. I wasn't going to lose him. Couldn't. Not now. Not after everything we'd been through. I'd tried almost everything. The missing ingredient.
His food had to be alive. They're not enough.
What?
The brats.
There are only so many pet stores in Vienna.
I'm not a rat!
I can't.
Give me the key!
Thomas.
Give me the key! Now.
is the optimal distance between the cellular molecular level is between 0.5 milligrams and 0.8. Now, you don't want to go too high because then the structure starts to break down. If you go too low, there's no body.
Are we to die? Want to die? Eat me. Eat me. Please. I can't hurt you. You're hurting me now. Who's scared now?
You committed murder. And for what?
We sacrifice ourselves for the good of the whole.
You let him eat you.
I'm no different than any other girl, Peter. I allowed it, permitted it. I even welcomed it.
Why? It wasn't.
A man like you. You all eat us. Feed on us. Feed your pitiful self-worth. Your ambitions. Your weak, clinging need to make us in your own image. To remake us. To be like you. Instead of allowing us to be what we are.
What's that?
Women. The most dangerous animals on the planet.
How many men did you kill?
They weren't all men.
There are no suspects as of yet, and police are saying that there may in fact be no foul play involved. But feelings on the south side seem to indicate that most of the missing persons are not at all the type to simply disappear without a trace. One man.
It's too soon. We can't risk another one. It has to be me.
The likelihood that you've contracted some sort of neurodegenerative disorder isn't out of the question. Systemic changes on a subcellular level, systemic mutation.
There's only one thing wrong with me, Peter.
What? You missing? If you won't, let me take you to a hospital. At least let me examine you.
Yeah, are you sure you want to get that close? Do you want to examine my brain? Your bedside manner used to be more fun.
I can't do this, Shelley.
When I called you tonight, you thought you were still in love with me, didn't you? You still think it?
in spite of everything. How immortal of you.
Let me try.
I don't want you to. Not anymore.
If I can't help you, if you won't let me, then at least let me call an ambulance to take you to the hospital. And unlock the doors. Let me go.
Don't you want to know what happened to Thomas?
He died! Right? He died! I don't need to know what particular anomaly finally caught up with me. How painful it was for you both, how lingering, or how sudden and merciful. I don't want to know. It's over. All of it. Over. He's gone from your life. Just like you've been gone from mine. And God damn you for trying to bring that back to life. Don't suppose you have any really good drugs around here? He died. Because what you did for him, for all that it was, wasn't enough. It didn't work.
It worked. It worked gloriously. I told you he died, as though we were talking about natural causes. But there hasn't been anything natural in my life for a long, long time. Too weak to allow him any more of myself. So I picked up a man, had him in the car before I realized that he was on something wired out of his mind. I'd always run toxicology before allowing Thomas to feed. We'd hydrate and wait until it was out of his system before we took him. I was being careful. So careful. Taking no chances. Or so I thought. It only took him 4 days to bring me back.
Not possible.
Anything.
You died. He brought you back.
I checked my own necrology on the slides he took. I was completely, clinically stone dead.
He wouldn't have had the knowledge.
I don't know his background. Neither do you. We don't know the lives of those that came together to make him. We certainly don't know the possibilities of them coming together to create life.
I don't believe you. I'm sorry. I just don't. It doesn't even add up, your story. I'm going to go now. You're going to unlock the doors. And I'm going to go. And if you refuse, I'll find another way out of here. Or I'll take your advice and toss you out of that chair. I'll hurt you if I have to. When I'm gone, I'll call a hospital. Have them send someone. I'm sure if you were in your right mind, that's what you'd want. And I'm sure that if you ever really did kill anyone here, you've been wise enough to get rid of the evidence. And if you haven't, well then, you'll just have to deal with it. Unlock the doors.
You forgot our friend in the tank.
For all I know, it isn't even real.
No, she's real. She wasn't hard to find. Think you may even know her. Peter on live flesh.
I never meant to hit.
I'm sorry, Peter. But truly, I mean to hurt you.